Damn, I'm wondering, did somebody get shot today? Not being funny, I'm being for real. All them damn sirens. Hey, Miss Brittany. Hey, Arctic, Pika. Look here. I've been seeing it in my comments because everybody know I talk about Memphis politics and the shit we be having going on here. And people ask me how I felt about what happened yesterday. First, let me disclose this straight up. I don't fuck with either side. I don't care about Biden, and I damn sure don't care about Trump. Bottom line. Hey, Southern guy. I don't. I mean, yeah, they're our president, former president. I don't support either one of them. I feel like one says ignorant shit, and I feel like the other one is too old to run this country. That's just how I feel, though. Hey, Kai. Look, Kai popping up and shit. But what happened yesterday was uncalled for. People was letting this politics shit get to their head. People are acting on violence now, thinking that it'll solve something, and it's not. It's not. If anything, what you just did yesterday, sir, that you ended up unalived as well, what you did was, and I hate to say it, but you kind of goaded Trump. You really did. You just made him look like a fucking martyr, basically. And even if it was a 50-50 thing now, not no more. Not after yesterday. I don't agree with what happened. I don't condone what happened. Like I said, violence is never the answer. That's not a solution. It's not. And it's crazy because a lot of people thought it would be the right side attacking the left, and now it's vice versa. And it's gone too fucking far. It's gone too fucking far. Too far. Hey, Spooky, it's went way too fucking far. I don't care what fucking political background you from. I don't care who you vote for. Like I said, me personally, I don't give a fuck about neither one of them because I don't think either one of them is fit to run our country. That's me personally. But I digress. People love hollering that Trump's a racist, but people forget about the shit that Biden did in the 70s and 80s. If you do your real research, both of them are racist. Just saying. Kamala ain't no better either, but do your research. I was going to say, get them the fuck out of my chat, please. Thank you. But what really pissed me off and what's really irritating the fuck out of me is everybody is so worried about Trump. What about that deceased man that died, shielding, protecting his wife and child? What about them? What about the other one that's in the hospital right now, fighting for his life? What about them? We worried about Trump and him losing a goddamn ear. What about those people? And for the folks that were saying it was a hoax, it's fake, y'all some sick motherfuckers. Because I ain't never seen no motherfucker die and we sit here and say that's fake. That's crazy ass shit. Y'all gonna learn. Alex Jones, he said the same shit. That motherfucker bankrupt, crying on goddamn fucking podcast and shit now because he's done went fucking bankrupt for saying that same shit, for saying it's a hoax, it's fake. The shit is ridiculous. Like I said, I don't care what fucking side you on. I don't. At the end of the day, though, violence ain't gonna solve shit. Violence is not gonna save our goddamn country. It's not. And when people fucking wake up and realize that neither side is really for you, then maybe we can get somewhere. Look, I've heard Biden did it. I've heard Trump set it up. Regardless, I don't give a fuck who set it up. An innocent person lost their fucking life protecting their family. Period. I don't care. You think you at a fucking rally to support somebody and somebody ends up dead. And for what? For selfish ass reasons. For selfish ass reasons. I don't know. I've heard all type of shit about the shooter. I don't know, and I really don't care. But I knew when I heard, and that was another thing. A lot of you motherfuckers do not know y'all goddamn guns. Y'all stay talking out the side of y'all's neck. When I first seen the video, I said, that's a rifle. And they're out pretty far, maybe 300 to 500 yards. Motherfuckers, that's a pellet gun. I know my guns. If anything, I know my goddamn guns, and I know how they sound. That wasn't no goddamn pellet gun. I knew when I heard the shit, I said, oh, he was out. He was far out. He's out. And then sure shit, it came out. He was beyond the perimeter. Now, me personally, what a lot of people don't know, and I told BJ this yesterday when she was laughing, I've worked the Trump rally before. My mama didn't want me to go. She didn't. She was like, Quita, please don't. And I needed the money. I was like, fuck that, I'm going. It wasn't because I was supporting. I needed the money. And I went there to work as production when he was in South Haven. It's crazy to me that when we were working it, they wouldn't even let us in the motherfucking building. They would not let us in the building until he got out of the building and was on the bus. And folks was like, how in the fuck was they able to get a gun? It's easy when you're outside the perimeter. What was crazy as hell to me, though, is that the folks in the crowd sitting here watching him climb that motherfucking roof, see him. They tell Secret Service, and that's another thing. Secret Service, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on. I really don't. And I'm not bashing, because people was bashing the girl. How women shouldn't be Secret Service. Fuck that. Shut up. Shut up. That's the thing that now when they have a perimeter set off, they don't be paying attention to the shit outside of the perimeters. They don't. They don't. Yeah, people in the crowd saw him, told Secret Service there's a dude up there. They looking. He lets off 8 fucking shots. They should, but once again, this is where we need to go back to Secret Service and figure out what the fuck did they fuck up. Because that was, you fucked up big time. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Secret Service dropped the ball. They dropped the ball big time. Folks want to sit here and say it's the girl's fault, and I seen guys and women out there, but we gonna put it all off on the woman because she was struggling to get her gun back in the holster. We gonna sit here and say she's not fit, and she's not fit to lead. I don't, it, what happened yesterday was a real tragedy. It really was. And people are so caught up in the bullshit, Trump and Biden. Y'all don't even know the person's name that died yesterday. Y'all don't know he has a wife. Y'all don't know he has a child. Actually died shielding them. Literally, they have it on video. I gotta call you back. Have it on video. They have it on video where they were carrying his lifeless body out of the stands. But we worried about Trump in his ear. Or we worried about Biden and what he's gonna do. I knew when that motherfucker did this, I was like, he alright. He good. He might have lost a chunk of his ear, but he alright. It just grazed him. But you have sick ass people out here that I've seen the TikToks because I was in mails earlier and I saw one TikTok. Hey, Kai. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Y'all see him? Kai. That's my buddy. That's my buddy, Kai. I can't have cats on the inside, but he hangs around. That's my neighbor's cat. But um I seen TikToks of where people was like he was only exercising his amendment rights. Remember gun rights that y'all love talking about? Okay, I'll tell y'all, I'm proudly one of them people that carry. I do, I do. The city I'm in, everybody and their mama, including the preacher and the preacher's wife, on the fucking front pew on Sunday morning. Everybody got a fucking gun, literally. So I'm one of the ones that actually carry. But I'm not trying to knock off no goddamn president. I'm not trying to knock off no mayor. I'm not doing none of that. Some of us actually got sense out here. But to make an excuse for that shit, like it's okay when innocent people got hurt and killed, that shit is never okay. And I don't give a fuck who you are, what you rep, what creed, color, whatever. I don't give a fuck. That shit is not okay. Exactly, ma'am. I don't give a fuck if you at a Biden rally or a Trump rally. Shouldn't nobody feel like they're unsafe, period. And that's why I said I have an issue with what the fuck Secret Service did. They was slow as hell because this motherfucker let off 6 shots before y'all even tried to cover him. What the fuck? Like, were y'all, and I get it, I understand they may have been in shock. They may have thought, shit, I don't know what was going through their mind. I don't. But I know they failed. I do know that. And people, Biden needs to give him more security. That man got, look here. I don't know how in the fuck he was able to bypass perimeters. I've already said that typically they'll set up a perimeter, and when they set it up, they're not going beyond that. They may have snipers, but that's about it. Because when I was at the one at South Haven, we tried to walk up to the building, and one of the Secret Service dude, he told us, he said, stop. And we was like, well, we got to take the stage and all that stuff down. And he was like, you see them guys up there? It was two of them. He was like, they're about to snipe y'all if you don't back the fuck up. So we had to back up and wait. Now, me personally, if you're going to be at a venue like that, you should have had Secret Service at each perimeter. You should have had them at each rooftop, especially if it's going to be an outside event. That's me personally. I don't know what the fuck made Secret Service think that that shit was okay, and why they didn't feel the need to cover that particular area. I don't know. But they failed. They fucked up. But at the end of the day, like I said, I don't. It's not even about Trump or Biden anymore. It's about the American people, and y'all are hurting innocent people for what? Because of political views. This shit has us so divided, and we have so much hatred in our hearts because we hate Trump or we hate Biden. I don't hate neither one of them. It's just like I said, I don't fuck with neither one of them because neither one of them is for you. If you do real research on these people, you'll understand what I'm saying. President don't make decisions, baby. Them lobbyists that be out there that be lobbying for new laws and shit that doesn't help us but helps them corporates, them, that's the ones y'all need to be watching out for. But what do I know? Them senators that y'all elect, that's fucking chomos, child rapists, and all of that. Y'all seen the video going around, didn't it? Where um our our Senate and House have more charges and felony charges than the NFL and NBA. Where is that okay? But these are the people that y'all elect to represent y'all in y'all state. These are the people. My state just as fucking guilty. I'm not gonna lie, my state just as guilty. We going through this shit right now. Motherfuckers elected a black mayor because they thought he was for the people, and guess what? That motherfucker raised taxes up on us quick as hell. Now everybody mad as hell at him. That's why I say do research before you sit here and say, I'm going to vote for somebody. Facts, Tammy. There was a post on Facebook I had seen, and they was like, you mean to tell me if he gets reelected and he's a felon, then I can go any motherfucking job I want to in America. Because if he can get elected as president as a fucking felon, then I should be able to get a job any fucking where. And he's not lying. He's telling the truth. Y'all want to know why our streets are the way they are? Just like Tammy said, felons out here can't get decent jobs. So what do? They turn right back to the streets. People wonder why crime rate is so goddamn high. Prime example. But when you sit down and you actually truly think about it, you need to sit here and vote for the people that are going to help your people, not the people that's going to tear your people down. That's why I said it's bigger than the presidents. We need somebody that actually, and I've said this before, I've said it previously. I don't I don't want nobody that's spoon fed in the politics. I don't want nobody that's fucking they daddy was in politics cuz you're nepo baby. I don't want shit, no, fuck that. You shouldn't even be in fucking politics. Period. Because you're a nepo baby, which means you already got issues, okay? I don't want a motherfucking chomo. I don't want nobody that's a fucking rapist, none of that shit. I don't want none of that. What I want is an American person that knows what it feels like to have a fucking cutoff notice sitting in their mailbox, repo man coming to damn near pick up their goddamn vehicle because they know what it's like to live in the daily struggle of us Americans. The 99%, not the 1% who makes the laws, who makes the rules, and who constantly fuck us with no lube, not them. Find somebody that actually knows the struggle we go through. But then again, when we have people like that that try to step up, people want to discredit them and tell them that, all type of bullshit. And that's why I said I don't fuck with neither one of them because both of them are spoon fed. And I'm sorry, I don't fuck with just because that man got a motherfucker or whatever she wants to call herself. And I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not. Y'all know I'm mixed. I'm black, white, Native American, and goddamn every damn thing else you can possibly think of. Okay? This woman don't know if she wants to be black or Native American. I don't know what the fuck she identified as, but folks thought because he had a black vice president that he's for black people. Well, really, he's not. And it ain't even about black people. Are you for the American people, the working class, the class that's out here struggling? You're not. You're for your little buddies. You're for the shit that, keeps your pockets lined up, your son's pockets lined up. Same thing with Trump. Does the same shit with his kids. Nepo babies, basically. But these are the people that we elect to represent us. You see how that it doesn't make sense, does it? 2 plus 2 ain't equal to 4, does it? When you sit down and truly think about it, they're not for you. They're for policies. They're for new laws. They're for raising taxes on us. Not the goddamn multi-billion-dollar companies. Not them. No, it's us. It's us that they harass, hound, ride. I break the law, I'm going to end up under the jail. They break the law, slap on the motherfucking wrist. And it has been proven over and over again on both sides. I don't care how you cut it, how you look at it. Either way, if you want to look at Biden or you want to look at Trump, both of them. Voting does change things, but that's the thing. Y'all need to find somebody that's actually for you and your people in that state and that actually represents what you want represented. We can sit here and say, oh, yeah, he's good with money because he's had 5 businesses. Well, 5 of them went bankrupt. So is he really good with money? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's we don't think. We just sit here and look at the picks we have and say, well, it's the lesser of two evils. Fuck that. Find a candidate that actually is going to do the shit that we are talking about. The one who's actually going to implement change, the ones who are actually for the American people, not the 1%, but the people, the ones who built this goddamn country off of their blood, sweat, and tears. We can't do that. That's too hard. We, as the American people, that's our job. And we too goddamn dumb, stupid, blind. I don't know the answer, but we refuse to do research. It's me, boy. We refuse to look at people's past and hold them accountable for their past. We refuse to sit here and tell these motherfuckers, no, you're not fit for running. We refuse to do that. We just, well, that's the choices they gave us. Fuck that. I bet you it, don't do it. I guarantee though, just say none of Americans showed up. Let's just say in November, none of the Americans showed up to vote. Nobody. Don't you think that would send a message to the people or to the government? We sick of y'all shit. Give us better candidates because we not taking that too. We're not. A1 facts. We are. We are. I'll never forget when Kamala first got named as the VP. And I said it on my Facebook. And I pissed a lot of people off because it was on Inauguration Day. And I said, what if I told y'all that VP that we just elected held a black man against his will for 3 years, hostage, in jail, for a murder he didn't commit. For a murder he didn't commit. And you had evidence exonerate him that you refused to share with his defense. And it took the Supreme Court to get involved and make you release him. Do you know I got called a liar? I got told I was fucking racist. I was a bigot. And I had the proof. I put it right there. I put it out there for people to see. Watch the video. Because he came out. He spoke about it. He said that bitch ruined his life. I didn't hear nobody sit here saying shit about her ass. Nothing. But these are the same motherfuckers that say they're for black people. But like I said, it ain't even about black, Native American, Mexican, white. I don't care what the fuck you identify as. At the end of the day, they're not for us, the people. Tammy, yes, and I can find it. It's on Vice. If you go to Vice and you look it up, Kamala Harris, when she was a prosecutor out there in California, she absolutely held a black man against his will for 3 years, sitting here saying that he murdered his best friend. Okay? Said he murdered his best friend. And the fucking prosecution had evidence exonerating him. And she refused to turn it over to the defense. And it took the Supreme Court to step in and say, bitch, you better let him go. If he wouldn't have got the Supreme Court involved, that man still be rotting in fucking California prison right now as we speak. Mm-hmm. And nobody believed, no, Shorty, nobody believed me when I said it. Nobody believed me. Even when I put the proof and facts in front of them, they still didn't believe me. We as Americans, we got to do better. We got to do better vetting these folks. We got to do better with who we have representing us. Because me and Pika had this conversation one day. I said, you know what? We sit here talking about all the goddamn politics, but let's call the dumb motherfuckers the dumb motherfuckers. We are. Because we are the stupid motherfuckers that keep electing these motherfuckers knowing ain't shit gonna change. We're the dumb ones. Let's just call a spade a spade. They feed us bullshit to get that vote, and guess what? As soon as they get elected, what do they do? What do they do for the American people? Yes, research that woman. Research her. When I say she ain't, research her. That that I do not fuck with her. I don't like that woman. I don't. I'm gonna be honest about that. I try not to be biased towards her, but you can't say, and I'm sorry, but you can't say you for black people you doing fuck shit like that. Not to mention you fucked to get to where you was at. Oops. But I digress on that one. I don't condone what happened yesterday. I don't, like I said. But I encourage everybody to do your research on these candidates before you vote for them, before you go to that ballot box and say, well, I like his character on what you see during these goddamn debates and shit. Do your research, please. Because a lot of us have done our research and a lot of us have been speaking out and we've been called crazy, we've been called racist, we've been called every goddamn thing but the child of motherfucking God or a truth teller. Because I've had this conversation with me and Pika tell you I've had conversations with her and we cannot talk about political shit. Me and Pika cannot. We can't. Because we're not going to come up with a resolution. Like, I love her, but we not. We just agree to disagree. And keep it pushing. Because she feels the way she feels about certain things, and I feel the way I feel about certain things. And a lot of times it's complete opposite of how, but that's the thing though. Me and her can have that conversation and still respect each other. A lot of adults out here can't do that, just like as that man did. He obviously couldn't sit down and have a conversation with somebody and have a back and forth with somebody without getting mad, without shooting shit up. You see what I'm saying? People have let this politics get them so riled up and upset. You want to be upset and riled up? Get mad at them goddamn senators that y'all elected that's goddamn pedophiles. Get mad at them. Get mad at them motherfucking house that y'all elected. Get rid of them pedophiles. All right, Tammy, I appreciate it. Thank you. Get rid of them. As Shorty said, you got to start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. And it starts with local, state, then we can go after the big dogs. Like here in Tennessee, of course, we're not going to get rid of that motherfucker. We need to get rid of that goddamn governor because how in the fuck we're the last state we still ain't got medical marijuana, but Mississippi and Arkansas got it. I'm not letting that shit go. Motherfuckers. All because he owned hemp farms, so that means money out of his pocket. So no, I'm not gonna let y'all have medical marijuana, bitch ass. He gotta go too. Oh, Peek, I gotta call you. Some shit. Remember I told you them secret indictment went out at the beginning of July? They caught Kobe. They had dropped a secret indictment on him. And for some shit he already served time for. That's the crazy part. I'm gonna call you about it. When I got the phone call this morning, I was like, what the fuck? Yep, they dropped one on him. And he already did the time for it. So. But like I said, right now everybody wants to talk about Trump and Biden and what they plan on doing moving forward. Fuck them. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, but we have a family that's without a father now because he died shielding his daughter and wife. Regardless of how you felt, regardless if he was at the Trump rally or not, and put that shit to the side. A man lost his life. So what happened, I'm not trying to put his business out there, but what happened was it was downstairs. He paid, the lawyer had paid, or the lawyer got paid $1,000 to take care of it. Well, they owed the lawyer another $500 from my understanding. Well, it got sent upstairs. Well, the lawyer never did the paperwork to get it dismissed upstairs because nobody paid the lawyer the other $500. They dropped an indictment on him. Somebody called, said he was out in the area. Street showed up, which is a cop that I know that is a asshole. And yeah, they picked him up. That man was crying and everything. He was like, I didn't even do nothing. They was like, yeah, you had a warrant drop. So, not well. That's the thing. If local dropped it and state picks it up, it's not double jeopardy. That's the fucked up part. So if it's downstairs and local, like local PD, like local Memphis police, and local dismiss it 9 times out of 10 upstairs, which is state, they're gonna pick it up. So, and that's what happened. The state ended up picking the charges up based off because the lawyer just didn't file one piece of goddamn paper. Now they're talking about 8-year minimum. I'm like, that's bullshit. Especially if he's already served his time and he's been out. He hasn't been doing. That man really been staying focused. He's been keeping his head low to the ground. He ain't been out here doing shit. But they came and got him. I got the call this morning. I was like, what the fuck? But there was more shit going on with this. Some other shit happened. I don't know. It's just some more shit happened. So I don't know. I just know that man is not happy. Which I wouldn't be either. If I'm sitting here working on a car and all of a sudden police show up and then put me in cuffs and say I'm going to jail for a warrant. What the fuck you mean a warrant? Warrant for what? And I ain't done shit. They had dropped a secret indictment on him and he didn't know it. Even the police officer, they changed the law here. So if like you, hey Cash, if you, Carla G, so if you go on to like who's in jail, we have a website where you can see who's in jail. They won't even post the charges anymore. So you can't see. You can't even see their bond amount. And so I went on there earlier and I was like, well, where's his charges at? And she was like, they changed it. It's not even on there no more. But they're talking about a $75,000 bond. That's 7,500 plus the lawyer, which is another 50, actually 2,500. So you're talking about 10 grand to get that boy out. I was just like, and that's that shit I be talking about. See how you get caught up in the system and you're stuck forever? But hey, if you're related to a politician, you ain't got to worry about it. You gonna get a slap on the wrist and they ain't gonna fuck with you no more. Exactly. But Streets was nice enough to let his mama show up. He did wait on him, which I was surprised because usually Streets is an asshole. He fuck your mama and leave. But he even told mom, he was like, no, I've seen Kobe. He been staying out the way. So I'm surprised that he didn't even know what the warrant was for. And they can't even see the warrant. All they can see is that there's a warrant out for their arrest. They can't even tell them because mom was like, what the fuck are you getting arrested for? He was like, he won't tell me. She was like, no, 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 no. That's the law. What the fuck are they locking you up for? And that's when they said that they had dropped a secret indictment. His warrant went out July 1st. They changed the laws. July 2nd, his warrant dropped. But there's, like I said, there's more shit to that. Because there was other shit at Factor Play, and I'm just trying to figure out how in the hell all this shit happened the way it happened. Because something ain't, it ain't adding up for me. Cash, we were talking about the, well, it's not bullshit, but what happened yesterday and what it means for the American people and how we need to figure our shit out before we start electing these people back in the office. We need to do our real research before we elect these motherfuckers in the office. Stop letting them sell y'all pipe dreams. Of course, you don't have to worry about it because you're in the UK. But here in America, people need to start doing research as to who they're backing and understand that it's like you need to have the pros and the cons. And I get it, everybody's like, it's the lesser of two evils, yada yada. I Like I said, I guarantee you, didn't nobody show up that goddamn voting poll in November, I bet you our government wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I guarantee that. If nobody showed up and voted, because we're basically saying, fuck that, give us the candidate we can back, I guarantee our government be like, oh shit. Yeah, we're sick of y'all. We're sick of y'all sitting here making us pick between these two bullshit ass candidates. I'ma say it, they both bullshit. One says ignorant ass shit, the other one is goddamn motherfucking. He don't even know what fuck they were on. Imaginary shaking people's hands, falling off bikes that ain't moving like that. No, bro, no, no. Not saying Trump is any better because his ass is in diapers, from my understanding. So, not saying it's any better. Hey, mystery. But like I said, fuck them. Bottom line, fuck them. At the end of the day, an innocent man lost his life that had shit to do. He was just at the wrong place, wrong time. An innocent man lost his life protecting his daughters and his wife. And America is so held up on, well, Trump and Biden this and Trump. And like I said, y'all motherfuckers, now Tammy, I know you said it, but I guarantee half of the motherfuckers that be in these live chats can't even say the man's name that died. Because they don't know. They don't care. They care about the Trump. They care about Biden. Better yet, what about the other man that's in critical condition that we haven't heard about? Or I don't know, maybe y'all have. I know there was a second one that's in critical condition. Nobody. And then I've seen motherfuckers on the internet literally Jen, supposedly they did release his name. He is a father to 2 girls. He had a wife. There's video of him, unfortunately. There's video of them carrying his lifeless body out of the stands. And I'm going to say this, and I know it was in the heat of the moment type shit, but those deputies, troopers, whatever the fuck y'all was, y'all could have handled that a hell of a lot better, and how y'all carried him out of the stands. Y'all really had that man hanging from his arms and his legs. And I don't know, that didn't sit right with me. It didn't. Kind of like dragging a motherfucker you don't care about, it didn't sit right with me at all. What happened? And what happened to him didn't sit right. Like, what happened to the others? Because I'm just at a loss for words. I really am. You have people that sit here saying, damn, he missed. I wish if he would have been an inch closer to the right, they would have got his ass. Y'all are really laughing and joking about a man damn near getting killed. That's not funny. If a bullet flew past your goddamn ear or grazed your ear, you wouldn't want nobody laughing at you. But y'all think that shit is funny because that happened to somebody you don't like. That's that hatred that be seething inside of you. I don't like Trump either. Like I said, I don't like him, and I damn sure don't like Biden. If you do your research, you'll understand why I said what I said. I don't like neither one of them. People love saying Trump a racist. You might want to do your research because Biden is too. Regardless of what side they're on, what they represent, that is uncalled for. I don't condone it. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's a hoax. I don't think it's fake. I don't. If you think it's fake, then something's wrong with you. Like I said, I don't know the Biden Trump. I don't give a fuck if they did set it up for. An innocent man lost his life. You have 2 others in ICU. We don't even know if they're going to make it over selfish ass bullshit reasons. That's what we need to be talking about. Fuck them. I'm saying, fuck them. I don't give a fuck about. I don't. But that, hey, B, why you gotta fuck with me? Shit. But, Angel, Trish, I don't agree with it. I don't. And if you think that shit was funny, or if you're like, God damn, they missed him, get the fuck away from me. Because we not the same. We not. Like I said, I was in mails earlier and I seen TikToks, girls in here saying he was only practicing his amendments, his rights, gun rights that y'all gave us, that y'all love protecting. Nah, bitch, that's an unhinged motherfucker, because any of us that actually carry a CCP, we're not out here trying to motherfucking unalive people. The people that actually do respect the laws, we follow the laws. That's another thing people was asking. Well, how did he get the gun? Y'all do realize ARs is easily accessible, right? Well, that was another thing, motherfuckers. That's a pellet gun. Bitch, you do not know your guns, because I could tell immediately. As soon as I heard the shots, I said, that's a rifle, either AR or M10, and that motherfucker, he's about 300 to 500 yards away. Sure shit, 300 yards AR. I knew it. I know my guns, unfortunately. I know the sounds. I know the distance. I know all of that shit. And people, that was a pellet gun. A pellet gun ain't finna fucking kill a person, injure 2 other people, and take somebody's ear off. A pellet gun ain't doing all of that. Now, it may pierce through your skin, because I got shot with one before, and it did. I had to wait for it to pop out and shit in my leg, but it ain't doing damage like that. Something's wrong with people out here. For you to sit here and say that shit is fake, something's wrong with you. And like I said, y'all gonna realize when y'all asses end up like Alex Jones and his ass in here crying on the internet now because his ass is bankrupt due to Sandy Hook and him saying that shit was a goddamn hoax. Y'all ain't learned from him. That motherfucker was just crying on the podcast. They're trying to ruin me. No, you ruined your motherfucking self when you opened your mouth and said that shit was a hoax. People need to think before they speak. And I'm going to keep saying this, and a lot of people know I love saying this. People listen to reply. People do not listen to comprehend. Hell no, they're not. They're not. They're not. If you think Trump or Biden is for you, I feel sorry for you. I really do. If you think any of them motherfucking elected politicians that y'all have elected, I'm talking about House, Senate, Executive, all of them, if y'all really think them folks is for you, Lord, I'm going to smoke a blunt for you tonight. Because you can't be this damn dense. You do realize they tell you what the fuck they think you want to hear to get your vote, right? You do realize they have sold us out numerous times with these companies. Prime example, how many times has AT&T has admitted now, because I know I'm a part of it, I'm waiting on the class action lawsuit against their ass. I ain't lying. I'm waiting, because I'm going to put my name in that bitch. I'm waiting on the class action lawsuit against AT&T. AT&T has been hacked 3 goddamn times. Why? because our government allows it. As long as you got the money, it doesn't really matter. But people like me and you, we don't matter. People need to use their brain other than a hat rack. Like I said, do research on these candidates that y'all are electing because, yeah, I fault us, the American people, for electing the pieces of shit we have in there. I ain't got no money to give you. Sorry. The pieces of shit we elect in there, because I'm putting myself in that, even though I didn't elect half of the pieces of shit that's in there. Um, Next time, do your research on these people. Like I said, and it's sad as hell, but it's the truth, and you need to do your research on it. The Senate has more charges and felonies than the NBA or the NFL. You have senators that are literally child rapists that y'all elect. You do know that, right? Or you didn't research them? Better yet, half of them have been convicted of fraud, but we want them running our state. Half of them have been convicted of DV. And people wonder why DV punishment isn't harsh. Well, that means they would get charged harshly. So you think that's going to happen? Nah. No. No. Rules for thee, but not for me. How many times have we seen on body cams where DAs and shit and prosecutors, they won't even stop for the police. They'll go straight to the house and be like, man, call your chief. See what I'm saying? Them people don't give a fuck about you. They don't. Start doing your research on these candidates before you start electing them, because you have more than two choices during the runoff. You have more than that. People just don't research. People don't ask the right questions. People don't question shit at all. They just go for the okey doke and say okay and never question shit. Like I said, I got called a fucking liar because I told the truth about Kamala ass and what she did to people. And I had the proof. I put it out there for everybody to see. I still got called a liar. But I stood on what the fuck I said. She ain't for black people. She ain't for nobody. She for herself. Biden ass. He didn't want his kids' jungle mixing with blacks. He also helped pass the crime law that locked up black men disproportionately for 30 to life years because of the cocaine epidemic. Meanwhile, the goddamn same motherfuckers that I could go on and on and on about why these people is not for y'all. Do your research. Do your research. Don't take for hell. You ain't even got to take for what I said. Go research it. It's easy. You can find Kamala held a black man against his will for 3 years. That's easy to find. People just don't want to. Just like it's easy to find where Biden said he didn't want his kids jungle mixing. People don't want to. Or people sit here and say, because I know me and this person done had an argument, well, what if he changed? Bullshit. Once a racist, always a racist. Trump, his daddy did the same thing. His daddy had a class action lawsuit against him because of how he did black people in his hotel business and all of his businesses, really. But people don't want to look at that. People want to look at, but he's a businessman. And 6 of his goddamn companies have went bankrupt. Biden is too. He's a businessman. But hey, oh shit, it just got black as hell. Damn. Kyle, you might want to call your daddy and go in the house for it's about the storm. I might stretch the fuck up out under my truck, yeah. That's my little ninja, though. I fuck with Kyle. No, they don't, Kathy. They don't. People don't want the truth and they don't want to hear the truth. And then we'll hear the what-ism, but-isms, and every goddamn thing else. Instead of taking it for what it is and taking it as the facts. Well, Trump did this because, or, well, Biden did that because, fuck the wells, the what-isms, but-isms. At the end of the day, did he not do the shit? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, then. Bottom line, why are we even debating this shit? And that's what I'm saying, Angel. That's when us as the American people need to step the fuck up and sit here and say we don't want neither one of them motherfuckers. Because I guarantee, like I said, if a motherfucker did not show up to them goddamn voting polls, not one motherfucker, and you had no winner because nobody showed the fuck up, what you think our government would do? What you think they do? You think they just gonna make a president? No. You ain't got no choice now because the 99% is no longer putting up with the 1% bullshit. That's my point. People need to start thinking and doing and researching for themselves and let our government know, no, we're not doing this shit no more. We not. Fuck them candidates that y'all keep trying to give us. We don't want them two motherfuckers. Find us somebody else. And when we sit here and get the balls to do that, maybe America can start getting somewhere. But until then, we're just a bunch of motherfucking weak ass bitches that's allowing this shit to happen to us. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. We allow this shit to happen to us. And I know somebody, that's victim blaming. I don't give a shit at this point. Because, yeah, we need to hear this shit. People need to hear this shit. They can't do that shit if we don't let them. They can't keep fucking us around with these two raggedy ass candidates that we don't want if we don't let them. Like I said, we had the same issue here in Memphis. Motherfuckers voted somebody in thinking he was going to help the black community. And what he do? He ended up raising our taxes up. Trash has doubled and went from fucking 21 to 42. Like, but you for us. What about them grandmas and shit that's in South Memphis that their Social Security didn't go up, but their property tax just went up another grand? Where are they supposed to come up with that money? Tax the shit out of us. Meanwhile, hey, the rich keeps getting tax break. Like fucking Elon. That motherfucker got a $10 million tax break right now. And guess what? You remember I told y'all about that XAI shit, right? And how he was going to hire jobs. How about it's 8 jobs total? I told y'all they was going to do that shit. Folks, it's going to bring hundreds of jobs. No, the fuck it ain't. It brought 8 jobs. And I can give you the list of jobs. That's another thing. Y'all gonna stop letting these companies run over y'all in these goddamn cities because we want the business, or they gonna go to China. Let them. They'll eventually come back. Trust me. Quality over quantity. When we start saying enough is enough and we're sick of this shit and we're tired of this bullshit, y'all trying to play with us, the government hasn't heard our cries for over 100 years. You do realize that, right? The last time we've had a real government and they heard the American people was over 100 years ago. And that's sad as hell. And all of us is caught up in our own lives and our own bullshit that we really don't have time to focus on what's going on in the government. And they know that. No, we don't. We don't need a motherfucking thing except a goddamn vote. A vote. That's all we're good for. And remember that. When you vote somebody in, remember that's all we're good for. And debt. Because our social security numbers are sold to other countries and all type of shit. Lord, the shit research I did on that shit was with our social security numbers and what our government does with that. Y'all do know every time one of us dies, the government makes money off of that. You do know that, right? Doesn't matter rich, poor. If you got a social security number, they're making money. When I found that one out, boy. But no, we need to sit here and step the fuck up or shut the fuck up. Bottom line. We can't keep bitching and not doing shit. And I'm not saying let's go ride some Secret Service, any of you Homeland, don't come to my goddamn door. Because I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we need to stop being stupid and falling for the okie doke though. Because we are. Every time they tell us something, we just go with it. Okay. Fuck that. Question that shit. Why are we doing this? What we doing it for? Stop going for the okie doke. Stop letting these folks tell y'all what it's gonna be. No, fuck that. We elect the shit. We, not them. That's why I have a big ass issue with politics. I do, because I know, I see it. Neither one is for y'all. And we're sitting here causing more division and hatred for motherfuckers that don't even know our names, could give a fuck less about us if we died tomorrow. You see what happened when that man died. And I hate to say it, Biden didn't have shit to say. Well, our thoughts is with him. They purposely would not give him the name because he was going to fuck it up regardless. Press conference was 3 minutes long total. For what? For what? Like I said, I'm not for neither one. I don't fuck with neither one of them. Me, personally, both of them are racist and pieces of shit. Just like I said, hey, Nelson, just like I said, that Kamala bitch, she ain't for folks. Folks love sitting here saying, that, that bitch is not for the people. It ain't a black and white thing. It's not none of that. Are you for the American people? And none of they asses are. Like I said, just start doing your research on these candidates. Start sounding the fuck off. I can show y'all. I wrote our president. I did. I sure in the fuck did. I wrote him. Of course, I got back a generic ass email, but I sounded the fuck off. And I'm pretty sure I'm on the list. I don't give a shit though. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I feel the fucking way I feel. Ever since you have taken the office, shit has doubled, if not tripled. Y'all can sit here and say shit went down. I ain't seen it yet. I haven't. What, at the gas pump? That's great, but I ain't even been driving. Shit, I can't. I don't make a livable wage to where I can go out and go on fucking 5 vacations a year and shit like that. I can't. But meanwhile, all these politicians, oh, we're going golfing, we're going to the Bahamas, we're doing this. See what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care what you're going through. Keep working. Keep paying your taxes and die, bitch. That's basically that's it. Keep working, pay your taxes and die. I can't even fucking retire until I'm fucking, what, 65, 70? And even then, when I fucking retire, Social Security is going to be gone. If I don't depend on me saving it right now, which I'm having to suffer for that because I'm having to save in my 401k and take out more out of my check so I can make sure I have enough to retire on. Of course, by the time I come that age, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have enough. Unless somehow miraculously I become a CEO of some company or some shit. But it's and like I said, it's not just me; it's everywhere, and we're so blinded by politicians and all the bullshit that's going on. At the end of the day, like I said, that man lost his life. Cash, it could, but prime example, my situation is not gonna get better no time soon. It's not. It's not. I know it's not. I gotta come up with about 3, 4 grand. And I don't have that right now. So I'm in a fucked up situation. Yeah, I can try to apply for loans, but that's only gonna make it fucking worse and put myself in further debt than what I'm already in. So it's just like I gotta have $1,000 by shit August 16th. Like that's the type of shit I'm in. Real shit, I gotta come up with $1,000 by August 16th. If not, there's a possibility shit I can end up somewhere. It is what it is, though. And that is the story for a lot of people, especially here in Memphis. It's just right now, it's not a good time. It's not. You got people struggling, people shit. We got people without lights in 100-degree weather. Y'all see me out here sweating my ass off. Now imagine the folks that ain't got no power. And yes, they will cut your shit off. They don't care. That's another thing. I got a fucking $500 light bill. So 1,500. So 1,500. I gotta come up with shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like I just that is the story for a lot of Americans right now. You got so many people living in cars or living in homeless encampments and shit. But that's what I'm saying, mother of two boys. But it's a struggle for everybody. Shit. And I take it and I roll with it and try to keep pushing as best as I can. And I know if I'm going through the shits, I can only imagine like what the people that's on government assistance and things like that, I can only imagine what they're going through. They don't make enough to supply them and their kids. I have a homegirl right now on disability. Her disability is enough to cover her rent and maybe her light bill. That's real shit. What about food? She don't get food stamps. And if she do get food stamps, it's like $100, and that $100 is supposed to last you all month. But, and people say I'm mean for this, I'm hateful, I'm wrong, but we can send billions to other countries. We got homeless vets that fucking served this country. Fucking served this country blood, sweat, and tears. And we piss on them by sitting here saying, fuck you, we don't care, we don't give a fuck that you homeless. No. Fuck no. And that's the state our government is in. I don't understand it. I don't. I don't understand. I don't understand how we can send $1 billion of aid to another country, but we can't even take care of the motherfuckers here. Mother of two boys, I understand. I have a friend in the same situation. I get it. I understand. I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's. No, Janice, I don't have a PayPal. I only have Cash App at the moment. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's everywhere. It ain't just me. It's everybody. Everywhere. I don't care. You go from one end of the country to the next. You're going to see people homeless. You're going to see people living in their cars, struggling. You're going to see police fucking with them, trying to add more charges and make it even harder for these folks to get jobs and shit because they don't have a home. Like, because I've seen that happen. Like, they passed that law in Florida where, like, you can't sleep outside. Where the fuck are they supposed to sleep? Well, we gonna take them to jail. So, make it worse? Is that? Like, no. But our president, our vice president, our senators, our House, our executive, none of them see that. They see none of that. They don't care about us struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. They don't give a fuck that we can barely pay these high-ass taxes. They don't give a fuck that grocery bills have literally tripled. It ain't even doubled. They have tripled. Like, used to, I could go in the grocery store with $100 and have a meal for 2 weeks. Now, Go in there with $100 if you beg. You maybe get 3-4 days of food, if that. Unless you just strictly getting like sandwich, sandwich meat and bread and mayo. Cash, I understand that, but what I'm saying here in the U.S., our government, period, is fucking us with no loop. Period. They have fucking squeezed the little man so goddamn much, which is us. We're the peons. We're the little man. We're the reason why this shit keeps rolling. They have squeezed us so much. There's no more motherfucking squeezing you can do. What you want? Our firstborn? Our house? Our cars? Which, I mean, at this rate, they are going to take it. Shit. A lot of people can't afford this shit. You want a house in today's market here? You have to make at least 300,000. The median income in Tennessee is 30. So how am I ever going to be able to own a house? How? And like I said, it's not just a me thing. It's the American people. Like, we have an issue with our government. This shit is ridiculous. And how the fuck it's went on as long as it has, because nobody has sat here and said enough is enough. Now we're in the situation we're in and everybody's drowning. Like, I've seen people, like, good professions, like people that's nurses, okay? And their husbands be linemen. Linemen are the ones who work on the electrical, if you know what I'm talking about, or pipe welders and things like that. Those trades used to make at least 100K, right? I seen one where she had to give up pretty much everything. Like, she had to give up her whole lifestyle just so they could survive. In which I get that. I'm just like, I don't go out. I don't go out to eat. I don't go out in like movies and shit like that. I don't. I can't afford it. So what enjoyment I do have is literally at this house. And my dogs. Like, that's pretty much what I have. So I get it for other people like that are used to a certain lifestyle, and then all of a sudden they're brought to reality like, oh shit, I can't do that no more. Which a lot of these people, they have been in that. Like, I seen a woman had to return her truck because I don't understand how the fuck that shit happened anyway for a $70,000 truck, but she had got her dream truck. It was a Tahoe and it was decked out. And I think it was like close to 70K. And she was paying on it for 2 years. She paid over $30,000 on that truck note because it was like $1,200 to $1,500 a month, right? How about literally only 10,000 of it actually went to the payment? 10,000 out of that 30 went to the payment. The other 20K went to interest, and that's what's kicking our ass in America. Interest. The interest rate is so fucking sky high. Even if you do make a minimum payment, you're not doing shit. And unfortunately, that's what's going on across all the U.S. And not just U.S., it is across the world. It is. I'm not saying it's not cash. But what I'm saying is our government has fucking failed us tremendously. And until we sit here and say, fuck y'all, we're done with it, enough is enough, it's going to be the same shit. Hey, nonsense. There go that goddamn storm. Pete, I don't know if you got that National Weather Service, what you call it, because they just sent it out. Uh, oh shit, they said damaging winds 70 miles per hour possible. I don't know, it's dark as hell. Let me not go that way. Hell no, because I don't want y'all. And to think about what's behind me. I don't need y'all seeing something. That shit turned dark as hell. Hang on. See? That shit got dark as hell, quick as hell. Yeah. We've been dealing with it all week, ever since the hurricane. We've been dealing with that shit all week. I don't know if it's headed back this way, though. I don't know. I hear it towards, like, going towards Lakeland and Arlen. Yeah, it might hit me. Like that wind. I don't know. We've been dealing with this shit all week, though. Ah, you good, man. Chill. I ain't gonna, you know I ain't gonna do shit to you, bruh. Did your daddy put you some water outside? I'm gonna have to get your daddy ass. Cause I don't think he put him no water outside. Well, at least I ain't gotta water my plants today. I know. Petty, I know. But people, I don't condone what happened yesterday. And for people to make excuses as if that's okay, that shit was not okay. Just like January 6th wasn't okay. None of this shit is okay. And for you to sit here and, or anybody to make excuses for it, you're a piece of shit. Bottom line. I hate to tell you that, but you are. If you feel like that shit was okay, or damn, just a little bit more to the right, we would have got his ass. Something's wrong with you. Real shit. Something's wrong with you. Because that shit is not okay. A life was lost. 2 more lives may be lost. We don't know. We don't know. And like I said, instead of saying these men and women's name that was affected by it, we're still talking about Trump and Biden. Fuck them. An innocent person was lost. Innocent person at the wrong place, wrong time. But he did what he was supposed to do, and he covered his wife and daughter. And for that, I respect the fuck out of him for that. The other 2, we don't, like I said, we don't even know if they're going to make it. We don't know. We just know they're in ICU. I don't even know if they have released their information yet. Like I said, it's not okay. The direction we as people are going, it's not okay. We're divided as shit. When in reality, if you do your research, you'll understand that neither one of them is for you. They don't give a fuck about you. You're a vote. They don't know your name. They don't care about none of that. It does. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but like I said earlier in the beginning, y'all sort of kind of goaded Trump. I hate to say it, but people don't look at him like he's a goddamn martyr now. Because after he got his fucking ear blown off, and you literally heard people shouting, screaming, as soon as he did that, and you heard the chants. So, I hate to say it, but this come election, don't get surprised. Because people is going to come out in droves. Yeah, nonsense. I already picked it. I already said it. Like, the whole thing and how it played out. I'm sorry, there's so much shit going on outside today for me. Motherfuckers cruising, creeping by, shit, staring at me while I'm looking at them shit. Uh, Unfortunately, with with how things have happened, like I said, don't be surprised if MAGA supporters come out in groves this year and November fuck some people's feelings up. I'm just saying. Because, ooh, spicy. Okay. Because what they did yesterday, it literally set a precedence for him to pretty much get elected again. I hate to say that, but that's what it happened. Now, unless Biden wants to get shot, I mean, if he wants to get shot, I mean, I don't know. Democrats may can pull us. I don't know, but Trump. That's all I seen yesterday. MAGA 2024, Trump 2024, and I'm just here like, yep. November is about to be real interesting. And Angel, I'm sorry to hear that. That's fucked up. Like, I get it though. I get it. Health, well, y'all's health care is a little different. Like my health care here, I have to pay out the ass just to have health insurance. And then I have to have it because I have to have certain medicines. It's fucked up. Here come the mama cat. Where you baby? Where you baby, mama? Where you baby? She had a baby with her earlier. And see, at least y'all have that shit. We ain't got that. If you ain't got insurance, guess what? You ain't going to see no goddamn doctor because ain't no doctor not going to see. I mean, they're just not. Unless you got money up front. Like my godmama, she don't have insurance and she's paying $500-600 a watt per visit. And that's to the heart doctor. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, it's a fucked up ass cycle. And until us as Americans wake up and understand that it's our voice that matters, and when we start doing our real research and start looking into things and start understanding that these candidates that we put to the forefront, that we push to the forefront, that they're not for us, then maybe, like I said, maybe we can get ahead as a country. But as of right now, with all this political divide and I hate you, you're a Biden supporter. I hate you, you're a Trump supporter. Why y'all hate each other when them motherfuckers don't even know y'all name? You do realize that, right? They don't know your name. They don't know Tom, Dick, Harry, Adam. They don't know. And they don't care. Both of them gonna tell you bullshit to get that vote. Both of them gonna tell you all type of crazy shit to get that vote. See, the girl next door, I understand. Like one of my medicines, if I don't have insurance, it's $500, and I have to have that medicine. I cussed my insurance out about it so bad because they kept denying it because it only comes in 3 months supply, and they wouldn't approve it. I cussed them out so bad. And I'm like, bitch, you do realize this is to save my life? You try going through this shit for a year and tell me how the fuck you would feel. And she was like, oh, yeah. So they let it go through. But if it wasn't for that, I'd be paying out the ass for some medicine. So I understand. I get it. Hell, majority of my meds now come in 3 months supply. So I always have to pay anyway. And then people be like, do mail order. Fuck no, because that shit, I see the shit that they do to my mama. They'll randomly bill her out of nowhere, be wrong week and shit. They be trying to bill her and make her pay. I just, no, I ain't got time for that. I need a consistent schedule because, like I said, my budget is real tight. So I have to be careful with that. It's about to go down. Damn, I know Arlington and Lakeland getting it right now. I ain't seen no lightning yet, though. At period point blank, I understand. I understand. I remember they tried to do this shit with my mama with one of her surgeries, and she had stage 4 cancer. And they declined it, and I don't, her doctor ended up writing it a different way, and they ended, oh shit. They eventually approved it, but there you go. I didn't know if y'all saw that lightning. I'm inside sort of. I'm under my carport. I'm minding the business that paid me. It's starting to cool down. That's the part I like. But no, I mean, like I said, all of us is going through shit. All of us is having trying times. All of us mentally is wore the fuck out because it's one thing after another. I know I'm going through the shit myself. I told y'all that. So I know. Guys, you can't come in my house, Bubba. Uh, I don't know. I know it's 93 right now. They said we're supposed to be in the hundreds all this week, I think. I think. I don't know for sure, though. Hopefully this rain will cool it down some. But then again, I'm going to have to deal with mosquitoes out the ass. That's the bad part. Well, I don't know because the last one we had come through here, that was bad. It knocked the temperature down about 20 degrees because we was worried we was going to have a real deal tornado through here because typically when you got hot and air, y'all know that shit, and it starts colliding and We were worried we might end up with a tornado for real. But I don't know. This one just popped up on my phone. It just was like National Weather Service. I was like, oh shit. And then I started looking and I seen that black cloud started forming. But like I said, I don't know if it's going to be over this way or if it's going to stay towards like, because that way, when you're going north, that's more so towards like going to Nashville. But you have Oakland, Arlington, Brownsville, all of that out that way. So, and maybe parts of Millington. I don't know. It's weird how it's moving though, because you got the clouds coming from like this direction, coming down, but then it's like circling and coming back around. I don't know. It's weird. I needed to water these goddamn plants. I need to do something. Shit, little sprinkle, something. I don't like how that corner looking though. Peak I don't like how that's forming out there. Mm-mm. Yeah, this was man. We be, baby. Let me tell you something. Even when we get storms like this, we still be out there working for the concerts and shit. As soon as it stops, guess what? We right back to work. Like this shit, it. This is normal for us. Now, if the whole goddamn sky was black, I'm going in the house. Fuck that. But with it just being one side, I think it's gonna probably rain a little bit over this way. But Arlington, Oakland, and them is probably gonna get the worst of it. Germantown, that all of them. I don't know. But anyway, folks was asking my opinion about that, and so I wanted to make my opinion clear. Like I said, I don't fuck with neither one of them. Both of them are crooks, if you ask me. But both of their kids think they can get away with fuck shit, all type of shit. Me personally, I don't condone what happened, and the fact that Trump's and Biden's name is being spoken more than the victims, the innocent victims. That's what bothers me because, like I said, that man was just at the wrong place, wrong time with his family. He heard the shots, he was protecting his family, and unfortunately, and like I said, I didn't like that video. I did not like how they drug him down the goddamn bleachers. I didn't. It was like they were dragging a rag doll. Maybe that's just me, and maybe my feelings. I didn't like it. You can't get him a stretcher. You can't. And I know it was the heat of the moment type shit, but like I said, how that shit played out, I no. But do research on candidates before you vote for them. Do real research, not this shit that CNN, MSNBC, none of the mainstream media Do real research before you sit here and say, I'm going to give a candidate that vote. Because 9 times out of 10, there's something there. A lot of us just refuse to see it. A lot of us refuse to do the real work. A lot of us refuse to sit here and say, that's wrong. Look, do your research. Don't believe what others, don't even believe what I'm telling you. Go do your research on both of them. But I'm telling you, both of them are racist piece of shit. I'm telling you what I know. And Kamala ass ain't no better. If y'all think she's any better, go do your research on her. But I appreciate y'all. I've been out here long enough. I've sweated long enough. And that wind is starting to pick up some. But I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.